All right, welcome in everyone to Valhalla Esports, week number 9, final week of the regular season for season number 6. With me tonight, Evbot, Hailstorm. How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
What up? What up? We're doing well.
What's up?
Excellent, excellent.
Excited for the games.
Yep, ready for these games. Oh, I actually left standings up. All right, tonight, Endless Void, Stoners Nation. Game number 1, Timberland will be subbing in for Azuma in the top lane, but jungle is Zabel, mid Kazuto, bot 80 carry Nitros, support Major Crockett. Stoners Nation, boosted sandwich rolling up to the top lane. Jungle, casual plebs, mid redacted, 80 carry rise at dusk, support cop. How you guys feeling about this matchup tonight?
Even more excited now. I get to see a Tim top game.
Yeah, I really like both these teams. I think we've seen them multiple times already this season, but they're both solid. I think you said that they are currently third and fourth place, so right there
Yes.
next to each other in the standings. Yep, right there. So looks like Endless Four does have a game over Civilization, but they are gonna look to see if they can even up the score there. So
Yeah, I
Yep,
mean, with the
fighting for
round
that
robin,
third place.
yeah, with the round robin, that'll be their head-to-head victory. That will put them over Endless Void. So yeah, they're fighting for third and fourth place right now. Potentially Stoner Nation, obviously, if they lose this, and HYG or Zenith Gaming could potentially catch them, and a plethora of tiebreakers will ensue.
The classic Malphite Tim. If you plays Malphite, it might not be as exciting for me. So, Stone Nation ban Malphite for me, please.
let's take it out.
Any other thoughts, gentlemen, or we can get into draft as well.
I would say just like mid jungle duo, I think is gonna be really important for both these teams. Obviously, Kazuto is a huge carry for Endless Void. Casual Plus in the jungle is going to be a huge carry for them. So it's going to be seen if Casual can get ahead early and kind of bring his team to a victory, or if they're going to let Kazuto scale and wreak havoc for that mid
For
lane.
sure. Also interested to see how Booster does top. I know he had
Oh
played
yeah,
that a little bit in a previous season, and see how he feels going back there. Feel like there was a reason he had left, but see what kind of stuff he pulls out.
yeah. I
Don't let
did sub for them
Yeah, we
a
can
few
probably
weeks
roll in.
ago, but I don't know. Booster was mid then, so they must
don't
have made some swaps.
don't don't let Kazuto have Yorick. That's the last.
Yeah, no Yorick for Kazuto too. He he just does too much with it. See that Casio ban? Don't want to let Kazuto have that.
Yep. Kazuto's chain pool is incredibly deep, but the Casio is one that you do not want to let them have. So it makes sense. I expect the triple ban coming over here against Casual, though, from Endless Void.
Yep, got
And
that Shaco ban for
number one
casual
down.
plebs. What do we think next? Scion? Oops,
Oh,
Skarner. There's another.
Skarner.
Got the Moo ban coming out. Don't want Zabel to have that really good engaged team fight ult. And the Orin taken out by Stoner Nation. Still got the Malphite up. Maybe Boosted wants to pick the Malphite too, though.
That's true. He could be
And
banned away.
a Nivea taken away for Redacted.
Ooh. I know Casual was complaining he never gets his. Oh, but there you have
Oh,
it.
the Yorick,
There's the
baby.
Yorick. Lock in first. We assume that is
Yoinking it.
definitely not in Tip's hands, correct? That is going mid for Cosmo, probably.
Well, that was Stoner Nation who picked it, actually.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It is. You're right. So that
So,
would be, I mean, in theory, be boosted.
yeah, could be boosted playing it. Very good split champ, obviously. There's the Malphite.
Classic.
Pretty standard champ, I think, does pretty fine into Yorick, though the split push could become scary, so you gotta watch out for that.
I wouldn't put it past Redacted to prep this champion to play mid, though. So could be possibly a flex for Soul Nation, but
Yeah, it could be. And the classic Jinx, a very good hyper carry, especially once she gets excited.
yep. See how they decide. I don't think that Malphite matchup is great for Malphite into the York, but it will
Yeah,
help a lot in the team fights. It just who's going to match the York is kind of what your game's going to be.
yeah, you need someone to match the split, but like Malphite should be able to farm fine and still be your team fight
Sure.
ultimate.
Yep.
I got the Ashe coming out for Stoner Nation, looking for some picks with that ultimate and slows. We got the prediction up, so get your channel points in. Who you think's gonna take this game number 1? And we get the Maokai, so probably a support Mayo.
Could be, yeah. I was like, it could be Sable's well, I believe, in the jungle, but
Yeah, it could be. But again, that's Stone Nation picking it.
oh yeah, I am so messed up on teams right now.
You're
My
good.
bad.
Got the Braum coming out, giving Jinx some protection with the big shield.
Yeah, I definitely like the Braum pick here. It usually pairs well with the Ashe. I'm not sure if that's something Stone Nation would have picked, but it's a pretty good takeaway. And obviously, the Jinx extended range makes it easy to proc that Braum passive. So, the Scion being banned away. So, another ban against old casual.
Malzahar taking out for Kazuto. And Vladimir for Redacted. Makes
Oh, yeah,
sense. It's
duh.
his
Yep.
main.
Yep. He
Yep.
was an 80 carry the last time. I think he is mid this time, so that makes a lot
Right.
more sense. He has pulled out
And the
80 carry though.
Galio. Don't want that map pressure from Kazuto with the global ult. Lilia coming out for Zabel, a champ I think he likes a lot.
Definitely. Yep. I think it does pretty well. They're relatively short range so far. Lilia kind of thrives in that kind of environment, so it'll be pretty good for Lilia so far.
Right.
See what the answer is here. Ooh, the Ari coming down. It's a pretty good blind pick.
Pick up. Yeah, very safe. Does pretty well into a lot of stuff, so shouldn't be overly counterable.
To see what this last pick is going to be here for casual, we assume.
And the
Udyr.
Udyr,
Yep.
classic run at you champ, but it's been a while since I've seen it. I assume it's still pretty good once you get farmed up.
Yeah, I usually see it a few times top. There's a couple top players who I think will pull that out, but yeah, in the jungle, not usually. So this is definitely going to be interesting. I assume the build's still the same. Leandre's in the full tank, and just
That would
run at
be
you.
my guess, but who knows really. And the
And the
brand,
brand.
actually mid with the brand,
Wow.
but still does a ton of damage. We'll do a little bit more with the actual items.
Yeah, I mean, looking at that team, it's going to be the brand on
And it
York
almost
duty,
feel
I
like the
think.
team swapped comps. Yeah, it does kind of feel like they swapped comps.
Yeah.
And we got it's already 30k to 20k. Whew,
Oh
people
my
out here
goodness, I have.
gambling.
Yeah. Let me see. How many points do I have? I feel like I had a lot more than that last time I looked, so I must have lost them for a
Timberman
while.
tossing out 30, casual tossing out basically all those points. I'll toss a couple thousand in there.
Yeah, I'll throw 3,000. Casual at least bet on himself. Okay, can't even
Yeah,
see.
betting on themselves.
Okay. Oh yeah, 20,000. Wow. Right.
Making sure they're both believing in their team. I love to see it, and we'll see who comes out with the points.
Yeah, Tim throwing 30,000.
Which team do you favor for this matchup?
Say, looking, I think the weakness here for Stones Nation is that they are relatively short range, which I think is what Lilia really thrives into. So even after I called out, they still kind of drafted more short range. So I'm gonna favor Endless Void here. I think if they play through that mid jungle duo like I was talking about earlier, I think the Lily and the brand should be able to kind of take over this game. But there is a lot of pick potential from them coming over from Stones Nation. So
Yeah, I
I
agree.
can definitely see.
I think the ease of the team fight comp, I agree. I slightly favor Endless Void, but
Mhm.
if they get those picks and they get ahead, they could win through just the classic 5-man for Stoner Nation, or if they're pretty even, they still have that York side pick or
Right.
split push to go off of. So they've got plenty of avenues themselves. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
they're
definitely
relying
looking.
a lot on casual getting big on that Udyr.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of just macro gaming, trying to keep this York in check while also, taking advantageous 5v4s when you can, knowing that the York's not going to beat the team most of the time.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to see how he pilots it. I assume since he knew he'd be top, he was practicing some picks, and
Yeah.
York's not that hard of a champ, really. So
No,
it would have
no,
been a good one to practice up.
just a couple of like little mechanics, but for the most part, just as long as you know how to control Maiden and not just let it run under tower and die, then you are pretty good.
Right. You just say, "Come back, Maiden. I need you."
I've seen York a lot recently. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the meta recently, but it feels like he is showing up quite a bit. Also in our league, also solo duo. So
Yeah, some of the changes just helped him out. I'm also very much out of the meta, but definitely has been looking strong. Like we mentioned earlier, that Kazuto had been playing at mid and killing
Right.
people with it.
Yeah, and I think we saw Hungry Hobbit on at top, at least my first week. Just absolutely rolled people on that pick. So
Yep.
it's just very like hard pub smash, like stomp kind of jam. But you wouldn't think succeed in this kind of environment, but with the salaries and stuff, it's a little bit. You can find some lopsided matchups and really abuse picks like that.
Yeah, for sure. Then for the jungle matchup, they both kind of just want to get farmed up. I think Lilia's a little bit better at ganking, but they're pretty similar in my mind.
Yeah, I think so. Udyr struggles pretty hard with Lilia just because if Lilia can just stay right outside of his range, it's really hard for him to do anything. So that's why I was a little bit concerned with the pick. I would have liked more of like a hard engage with like a Zac or something from casual, but um, I still think he can definitely succeed on this pick. We'll see what his build end up being if he wants to go more towards the damage style or just that classic Landry's.
Oh yeah, for sure. And shout out to Evbot for their 15-month subscription with Prime. You get
Heck
your 30
yeah.
days of love.
I saw the ad pop up and I was like, nope.
Not
Show the Prime.
yet. If anybody else have their primes available or want to skip those ads, toss us a subscription as well. We always appreciate it, and it helps support the league.
For sure. So I'm the tournament at the end. This is obviously the last week of the season. Is it 4 team or is it 8 team? Since it's not the classic 12 team. So
It'll still be the 8-team final.
okay.
I believe it's gonna be where the higher seed will get picked for side in game 1.
Okay. Makes sense.
But that's about it. And with the situation where one team had to be dissolved,
Sure.
it's just every team but one gets to make it. So you
Which
just got to not be that one team.
yeah, it does feel bad. I don't think anyone's eliminated mathematically. I believe Go Kings is at the bottom, but I think they might be able to if they win today.
Yeah,
Keep it, but
I believe that's true.
I think they are playing the top team potentially. Are they playing
They're playing Free SM tonight. Who
Yeah, they're
number
playing
one
Free
seed
SM.
currently.
Yeah, they're ready
But,
for the easy win for themselves.
Yeah, they did get that upset, but then I think their win is over HYG, who's currently 2 wins above them, and I think it was like Mobius Delta
Okay.
or maybe or whoever the team above them was. I think they lose the head-to-head tiebreaker.
Okay, so they are
I,
technically
I think I
mathematically
think they are
eliminated.
eliminated,
Okay.
unfortunately.
But there's some seeding implications at least for the rest of these games.
Oh, there is. I mean, if
Whether or not
somehow Go Kings pulls it off, Los Tomatas
that's
gets
true.
the 1 seed cruising in against the
Oh,
sub team tonight.
I think they like themselves as underdogs still. I think Los Tomatos like sitting at like the 3 seed, 4 seed, and just kind of cruising through.
Or the sub when you need one. It's $5 away, or a Prime subscription away.
Rude.
And here we go, getting to game number 1. You think we'll see any kind of invades?
I would expect so. I really like stacking the bush as Braum, just because if you get that proc, you can kind of insta stun someone and surprise people. But it looks like they are 5-manning out. We'll see if there's going to be any action. Maokai's about the only one in the area that might get picked.
As long as he doesn't walk up, which he should be safe. But Endless
Cops
Void,
going to spot that out.
looking for it, drops the ward,
Yep.
knows that they should all walk away safely.
Yep, perfectly well defended on the side of Stoner's Nation. A little bit of a deep ward down, though. They're going to have vision on casual starting, not his Raptors, if that's what he chooses to do. But it looks like he's heading towards top side. Oh.
I called dibs on Evbot since week 1. People are fighting over you. Getting a little poke down on Timmy, but a lot more poke coming back from Kazuto, so Redacted regretting his choice. Gets a little cheese wheel as a consolation prize as well.
Yeah, I want to also call out the rune choices too. Usually you see the comment coming from the Malphite goes for the Grasp instead. And also the Grasp from the Yorick. They recently changed how his minions work, that they individually proc Conquer, so it's a lot better to take Conquer usually in most of these matchups.
Oh yeah, for sure. Got a little bit of a spat coming down here in the bot lane.
Yeah, that 1v1 can be a little bit risky with the Ash, depending how good they can kite. But yeah, Cop taking a lot of damage there. 3 stack for the Braum passive, but got try to potion.
It was almost like Rise of Dusk and Cop were on different pages, because like Rise is autoing them, and then Cop went in, but then Rise decided to hit minions.
Yeah, and there's very little threat from the Maokai level 1 to level 2 that you kind of look for more of a hit. All you gotta do is CC you and walk away, but they are looking for this level 2. They are going to get a CC down, insta-cleanse by Rise of Dusk. Be able to walk away. I'm not sure if he actually got hit by any CC there, but maybe just to get the...
I think he got slowed. It was probably safe,
Potentially.
but it's a short cooldown, so better be safe than sorry. Obviously, Casual come to his bot side jungle, going for that full clear. Lilia a little bit behind in the jungling.
Just a tad. Her actually early clear is a little bit rough. Just that first one, it can be difficult to clear everything. You just don't have a lot of single target damage other than your E or your W, excuse me. But after that, she clears like a madman. So
yeah, for sure. Once you get that Q upgrade a little bit and the damage. Bot pushing towards Endless Void a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to see a little bit
jungle.
of a skirmish here in this bot sniper for this crowd. Both junglers are packing down there. And boosted doing a little bit of damage or no damage. Just the shield.
Right. I have a guess now, so we'll see if he's noisy or not. Going for that baby cage, catches Timberland, but doesn't go for the engage. Probably could have gotten a little bit of a trade down there on the Malfoot.
Yeah, not a lot of kill threat from either one of those this early, especially without the more passive rune choices with the grasp. So it's going to be farming away. CS is pretty normal, except Redacted is down quite a bit to this brand. The poke from Cosmo, I think, has been a lot, but
doesn't have his E up though. Could have done a lot of damage. Oh, and he missed it. How do you miss that?
We're learning, alright? Scuttle to go down to the Lilia.
Get the baby, and the baby cage comes out. Yeah, it was a good time. I do, yeah.
Yeah, Cosmo is kind of controlling this lane quite well. He does have a pretty good CS lead already on Redacted, and Redacted is low. But I assume it's just that classic E poke from Bran that's doing all the damage. But
oh yeah, for sure. Champ has too much free damage with like the passive ticks and just being able to bounce off minions. Here comes Lilia for a gank down bottom. Misses
that was a great sapling
bowling ball.
Yeah. Maokai sapling placement was enough to dissuade Lilia after she missed, so.
Yep. Going for that back. A sapling will delay her once again, but they stay safe. Looks like Lilia's looking at that dragon on spawn. Casual's on the top side, so might just be able to take the grubs in response.
Yeah, this is going to be really difficult, depending what the items start looking like for these two mid laners to help roam with the junglers to secure some of these early objectives. So I want to see if they do decide to just split the map and take one each, or if they are going to try to fight. We see Lilia already on that dragon.
Yep, she's taking it down. Her bot lane has pressure, so should be a free dragon for them right here.
Yep.
Grubs are still working on spawning, so Casual's getting a little bit of counter jungling in while he can. Redacted in the area, might try for his steal, but would be pretty tough.
Especially with Brand walking down, they don't want to give him any free kills, so just a little bit of poke. It's a nice effort, just throw some abilities over and see what happens.
Yeah, worth a shot. Maybe they miss Smite.
Yep.
Here comes Casual with the gank, looking for Timberland. Very low on mana, might not be able to ult.
So flash out.
Getting the slowdown.
Still taking a lot of damage. Yeah, yep. Okay, it's gonna be enough.
Just tanky enough to survive.
Ult burned from Redacted. Looks like he got caught in the bush by Kazuto there. Got half HP, but that ult being down is gonna be really important if he ever gets caught out again here.
Ariel also burned to survive, so no ults in that mid lane. Casual on those grubs and now, but Braum is in the area, so he might be getting caught here.
Yeah, this is a really good roam.
Jungle objective.
Yeah, really good roam by Major Crockett here, coming up to help his juggler with the Void Grubs. You see Maokai is also heading that direction, but is a little bit behind, so it is going to cost his team the Void Grubs, and 2 objectives going to be secured over.
It'll still just be 1. Casual got 1 of the grubs.
Oh, he did get 1, did he? Okay.
It won't count for either side. So
I
still
have
good
been
for him to
favoring
get the
that.
one, but it's all right.
I have
Very
been
good.
favoring that recently. Oh,
Yeah, just taking one. and
just
then
taking
moving
one,
on.
walking away, you know, if you don't think you're in a position, but
Nitros.
big trading from these ADCs. Actually, Nitros taking a lot of minion damage. He actually is going to get
It's
slow.
got the
That's the
slows.
best
He
way
can't
to
go
finish
anywhere.
this off. It's going to be the first blood, potentially the flash, the auto cancel, the screen panned away. Okay, they knew it. Right, knew. No kill here. All the
Worth out
subs
both
burn.
summoners from Jinx. They're not bad.
Yep. But it's still probably a pretty decent trade. And oh my god, it's so disgusting.
A
I
little bit
can't
of
believe I
poke
played
there.
this a couple seasons ago. I feel bad. It's
So cringe. So
awful.
cringe.
At least it's out of the bot lane. I haven't seen that in a while there, but yeah.
But yeah, wave clear coming out. Casual and Maokai meeting up as they might look for a little bit of a jungle invade.
Yeah, they are kind of walking as a goon squad in that jungle. Lilium
Sable is on
packing-
the way down, so they might end up running into each other. We'll see how the fight goes once it breaks out. Now we see the Maiden here just doing all the work basically top lane.
It's
Tim
so
has to sit under
painful.
tower.
I'm so sorry, Tim. You didn't have to sub one game for this. But yeah.
No, the cannon.
Yep. Just a little bit of advice. Say the CDS is pretty much even. The top laner and the mid laner are kind of flip flopped on who's down.
Should be a gank coming here. Bot, Udyr, and Maokai coming in. Instant
yeah,
TP from Brand to help cover them.
It's gonna be a big good wrap. Yeah, the brand is gonna get there in time. The empowered
It's so slow
TP
now.
is online, but see if he can get the ult off.
Ooh,
The flash
power
away from
shot.
Costa though, he is getting low. Let's see if Ryzen Dust can fly in, but Boosted coming in with the TP as well. I did not see him even coming in. They're going to get a couple of kills. It's going to be a disaster from Endless Void. All the kills going down on the Ashe and Boosted cleaning up
picking up
that
a kill.
third one.
Very well played by them. Redacted TP'd in to try to help out, but it's so slow. We got there after the fight was over. Probably could have just got mid lane.
We saw the vision, okay? It was there. Unfortunately, the 8-second
goes
TP
over it.
time is a little brutal sometimes.
Yeah. It feels so bad. I played a little bit lately, and anytime I TP before 10, I'm like, why is this so slow?
I've seen people taking Ghost now, just ghosting back to lane because it's like half the
Yeah.
cooldown. I was like, oh, yeah, sure.
That
But
early
that was
game
a
pick.
really good first donation there.
Actually got themselves the kill feed right there in that one fight with 3
Oh, yeah,
kills
you're
going
right.
over.
Wow.
So 2 to Ashe and 1 to York. Definitely
They're
not
right
going
where
to
they
be
want them to
bad
be.
about those.
Yep. It's not going to be one of those 2 and 7 Ashe games that you turn to a support. So
Right.
actually be a real carry.
Ooh, that shield
Ah,
saving
wait,
Tim's
what?
back.
Anyways, Costa's getting some combos down on Redacted. They're going to just trade about half their HP bars, but we see Lily sitting in the bush. Can she land the bowling ball? She's not even going to try. Never mind.
Yeah, Ari has ult to probably save there. We'll see how much damage this tower takes top since Tim had the back.
Oh, yeah,
Down
it's just
to
a
2 plates.
disaster. 10 minutes? That's pretty slow for a York. I'll say that. Usually towers go on by 10 minutes, so.
Right.
Tim's hanging on. He's actually not doing too bad in the CS department now, too. Went down about 13. But, yeah, he's just going to be getting smacked.
And we're gonna have the grubs and the next dragon coming up soon, so we'll see how those get focused again by the teams.
Yep, objective score still just 1 for Endless Void, so still anyone's game for those. Obviously, we expect the first tower to go down to York, but not necessarily. See.
Right. Never know. Grubs just now spawning. We've got York and Udyr there picking them up. Looks like Lily's going for the second dragon.
Big damage on the Redacted, but Costa doesn't have anything to follow up.
Malphite's walking over to drop a ward.
Oh, what was
Jinx
that?
ult
Was
might
that Jinx
steal
ult?
one. Looks
I
like
don't
it
think
did not though.
so.
So
Nope.
three grubs that time. They get an objective, but the dragon being worked on by Endless
Yeah,
Void.
see, with
Could
all
be
the
Ashe ult on.
with all the skins and stuff, I couldn't tell if it was Jinx ult or Ashe ult that went up there, but that was definitely Ashe ult.
Trying to slow
they're
down that
gonna
drag.
Try to contest this. Maokai's going to go in. Boosted is also down here.
Should be a good
It's going
fight.
to be a big team fight. It's a
Oh, the
huge
big
knock-up on the Stoner's Nation, but they just don't have the damage from Endless Void. Stoner's Nation is going to help clean this up. Double kill from the Ashe. The Malphite was a little bit late. Picasso's just going to get smacked down. It's going to be a 2v1 here for the final couple of kills. Let's see if Tim can at least walk away, but he's just going to get stunned down. Redacted. Out of mana.
He might be able to
Oh,
kill
he might
at
actually
least
kill
casual.
Casual? What is
The
happening here?
charm,
Okay.
no.
He had barely enough mana to finish that one off, so what a bloody fight.
Very good fight for them. Didn't get there in time to steal the dragon, but got 5 for 2, I think it was.
That sounds about right. 5 for 3, I think.
3, yeah. Malphite
got
got 2, and Bran got 1.
Yep. Unfortunately, don't really want the kills under the Malphite, but if he can be a good team fight presence, he can put those kills to work, so.
Yeah, for sure. But up to 2 kills for Redacted, 4 kills for Rise of Dusk, and 2 kills for Boosted. Feeling good for all of them. And got that Leandry's done for Udyr, so he'll start building his tankiness now.
Yeah, that was really big for Redacted to pick up some of those kills to kind of compensate from the CS deficit he has a little bit in the mid lane.
Yeah, for sure.
Got his Malignants down.
Top tower down to about 1 plate now, so putting in that work with those extra kill gold.
I'm really impressed. Boosted's actually kind of all over the map. It feels like he's at every single fight that's happened so far, and he still almost has his tower down, so he's kind of playing this matchup pretty well and having an impact on the team, too.
Feeling very good. Finished that Triforce. That's a huge power spike for the York.
Yep. So it's going to be the Hullbreaker coming in next.
A little poke, see if you can avoid brands for Redacted.
Dodge, but I don't think he has the ult left.
Gets the charm down.
Charm? Does he have the damage? I think Cosmo's probably just going to end up burning him down. He does have the ult in time, but Sable is here trying to kill the crab. We're actually going to go back into some jungle.
They'll both get out. Forcing the ult out of Ahri at the very least for Kazuto.
This is a little greedy, but you see Casual coming in from behind. Cosmo is up too far. Will not have the damage to take down the big beefy bear.
Yep, nice gank there by Casual, supporting his mid laner, giving him some free farm while they were both low.
Yep, that was very good. Obviously, Bran just kind of wants to get his damage down in those team fights, so. But kind of hard to do that when you are sitting at a gray screen, so.
For sure, trying to get down a couple of plates here right before 14 hits. They got about 8 seconds. Boosted just go up and hit that tower.
Yeah, there's just one little sliver of health left on that plate.
He won't do it.
Oh, come on. No.
That's fine. The plates are now gone, so he should kill that tower next time he has a big enough minion wave.
Yep. And that should be the feats for Stoner's Nation.
Yep.
If we can get it down.
They would need the tower, or I think 2 more jungle objectives.
Yeah, it's really nice too that they got those early kills. But I was an Ashe there out of base. I think he's just going to be sitting there for almost 3 seconds. Sable's just not allowed to play the game. I didn't even see Ashe ulti come down.
Huge snipe there from Rise of Dusk, getting their team a free kill.
He shoot that from bot lane? I didn't even see where it came from. I thought it might have been the base. But...
I think it came from bot lane.
Okay, that was a nice shot.
So, right here, Boosted's big enough. He should just be walking up and hitting the tower and ignoring Malphite.
Yep, he doesn't have anything that's gonna target him, like any type of burn or anything. So you can just walk up and just take that tower without hitting him.
Being respectful, which is fine, but he does have the power to just ignore him right now. Braum walking up, so I might be looking for some kind of gank action.
Yeah, Maokai's also covered with Ashe in that boss jungle, but Ashe is going to go back. Yeah, Maokai's going to continue to hover here. Might
clear this wave. Go hit the tower. Hit the tower, Boosted. Gonna go back for a purchase, maybe? Gonna drop a ward?
Maybe. Lily is hanging up out there now, but Casual's also hovering. Might be a fight breaking out. It's going to be a 3v2 if Lily steps up. Casual has a good flank angle.
Is able to walk away for now?
Sprinting, but Braun's up there to save the day.
Nice chunk onto Kazuto from a charm landing by Redacted.
Yeah, Tim's actually doing decently well. This match will be really difficult. You can fall behind quickly. He's still only down, maybe a wave and a half, 2 waves, so not too bad for him.
Nation setting up to do this
he's
Rift
got the
Herald.
cage.
Actually, they're gonna look for the dive and then the Herald. Looks like Endless Void just wants to get Dragon Soul on point.
Yeah, Tim probably just need to look dolled out if he does get collapsed on, but there are 3 members there setting up to try to kill him, so...
Yeah,
I don't know if Jason, this is the fight going to take. Oh, there's a huge save from the Braum. The exhaust comes down, so it's going to be ult. Nitho's taking that kill. That was a great save by the Braum.
Good escape there from Timberland. Ulted away, but the tower will fall. Boosted now TPing the bot lane to try and catch Nitros or help fight for Drag. Oh, the flash in.
Oh my god, the flash! That was an aggressive play by Boosted, but I like it.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. Good flash by Nithros to answer. But it looks like third dragon will go the way of Endless Void, setting themselves up for a Wind Soul point, or what is it, Cloud Drake? Yeah.
Yes, yep, Cloud. Which I think
A
is
Cloud Soul on point.
might be relegated as like the best soul in the game, just for the movement speed and stuff. So,
Yeah,
pretty
the
good one for them to pick up.
move speed is an underrated statistic, but
It
it's
is.
very good. And a lot of their alts work very well with it. Like,
True, yeah.
Lilia runs fast after ulting, makes her even faster than she already normally is.
Yeah, it's going to help a lot with the rotations as well, trying to match this York.
Stay excited longer.
Yep.
Helps Braum stun people, so yeah, would be a very good soul for them. Got the Ashe Maokai mid trying to work on this tower. Nithros here.
Yeah, Lilia
Braum
flanking from the
up.
back. I don't know if she's going to be able to get anything done.
Oh,
but
they got
it's
the
gonna be a
choppers,
stun
got him.
down with the
Flashes.
Ashe. Should just be a kill, but Nithros taking a little bit of damage. Yeah, Ryza, that's just going to go down. Casual's here a bit too late. Going to be a 3v2. I don't know if he's going to have the damage because Leandre's is taken away. No, he just gets stunned.
Braum
Braum
gets
gets
the
shut
kill.
down. And it's going to be a double kill from the Inks. So, Jinx. Woo, Inks. Woo. Yeah, it was a great fight for Endless Void.
Yeah, really good chompers, and then follow up. That's huge. Nithros now almost equaling out the kills at 4 himself. So if they can get this Jinx big enough and just go for those big team fights with the Malphite ult, then they'll be feeling good. They got a good wombo going on.
Yeah, Ryza has a very like scaling build. Ashe has a lot of different builds, but the Hurricane second probably. I mean, it's fine for team fights, but in those like 1-1 and 2v2s, it's not as good. Not gonna cause much damage, but
Nice
good
charm on the
stun.
Kazuto. Ooh, the
Oh,
ult
he
coming
might just
out.
get bursted down. Oh,
Not
he's just gonna
quite.
burn. Oh, Comp didn't hit it.
Oh, it's still burning.
Okay,
I think he'll be
might walk
okay.
away.
Very,
Yeah.
very close, very close. That brand
Yeah.
damage, though.
Oh, so sad. There's a lot of sad champs in this game, but at least they're not all on the same team.
Yep, coming up on 19 minutes. Gold is basically even across the board still. So, still anyone's game as we go into the mid and late game.
Yeah, legit dead even, which is impressive. I think the gold is definitely on kind of where both teams were really wanted. The Jinx has most of the kills for Endless Void, and then the Ashe sitting on the kills for Stars Nation. So it's going to be a battle of who can make it to the ADC.
Yeah, pretty even across the board. Like a 1k lead for Casual in the jungle, and slight leads, mid and ADC for Endless Void.
Yeah, that Arch 2-0 and 3, but still down about 400 this brand. Just Kazuto doing Kazuto things, CSing out of his mind.
Doing the thing. You know, you really should have been on Endless Void since you're Evbot. You could have had the EV synergy going
on. Have I subbed for them? I don't think I have.
on.
No.
Imagine how much
would've
power
worked
you would have had.
I know. Been too much power. I would have definitely went 9th or 10th.
Now we see the Maiden helping push with the boosted up top. Everybody else kind of dancing around near the towers. Otacon is up, but no one looking for it yet.
Where's the little icon? Is it the... I think it might be the revive one this time. I believe it is.
I
I'm
think
pretty
it's
sure
probably
that's
the revive one.
Yeah, I think it's a lower kill
caught
game.
by Casual as he walks up to a bush, but we'll be able to walk away with the support from Braum.
Yeah, that burn is disgusting.
Burn be burning. See
Yeah,
some dancing around. We're a little over a minute away from the next dragon. Stoner's Nation don't want to give over the soul for free.
Yeah, this is going to be a really weird fight, too, because you've got Dragon spawning here in 30 seconds and Otacon on the same side of the map. So it's going to be really... You can almost have it where one team's taking one while the other one's doing the other, and then there's a big fight in the middle, but we'll see what they decide to prio. It's probably going to end up being just who can get a pick or two, and then the other team will play back off, but...
End up being a fight, and whoever takes the fight gets 2 objectives instead of 1. That should be able to take this mid tower.
Yeah, you should be. Stone Station, actually, this is a great play from them.
No one really... But no one hit a Nithros.
That's probably worth it. Use the red to break on the turn. It makes sense. Get some mid prio and at least keep people off. But Kyle might be in a bad spot here. He is taking a fight he does not
Getting a
win.
lot of PC on himself.
Yeah, ult's going to go down, but he's just going to burn.
Got the burn for Brand and Lilia get to deal with now.
Boy, you think you're alive until you get hit by one of them. But yeah, that was a very good pick.
Unfortunate timing for Cop. He'll be respawning as the dragon spawns, so that'll make it a lot easier for Endless Void to take it if they want to rush it. Right now they're setting up for it pretty well, so looks like Stone Nation still wants to fight. It'll be 4v5, so we'll see how they can pull it off if they do engage.
Yeah, I mean, they have the pick potential with the Ash. They can start to fight off if they really want to, but you really do want that Maokai, but they all got burned when he got picked. So I don't think it's going to be up for this fight.
Drag should burn down unless if Casual can make a hero steal. The stun coming in.
The stun! Oh my god, if the fight's going to break out, it's going to be burning. Redacted's just going to blow up. Endless Void is just rolling this team fight. Oh, there's a lot of damage still coming down. Big hits. Kazuto going to walk away with just a little bit of help. Nitho's going to keep going on the Cop. It's going to be a double kill for the Jinx. Probably going to be a triple kill.
The stun.
The stun, yeah.
Died again.
Cop trying to run to his turn, but he's going to be in range, and it's going to be another great team fight coming out from Endless Void.
Huge fight for Endless Void. Got the Dragon Soul, won the fight, and now get the free Otacon with the enemy team on the gray screens. Only losing Timberland, but had a great engage. I think knocked up 2 or 3 members with that Malphite ultimate.
Yep, it was a good try from the Ash. Getting that stun down, almost getting enough for the steal for the Dragon, but Sable still got the smite down, and from there it's just an Endless Void absolute fight. Brand just throwing down all this damage and getting multiple resets.
Got themselves that Otacon buff. It was indeed the revive, so we've got I think it's
starting
2
to
minutes
learn
of a free GA.
Yeah, we'll see if they can use it effectively. Obviously, it's quite difficult to use.
Got that bottom tower with Kazuto. I think they all just buy and they hard push mid and just kind of dive the tower, not caring. Since they have the free Guardian Angels, they could get a lot out of it.
Yeah, how long is it? Is it 2 minutes? 3? How long does it last?
I think it's 2 minutes, but
Is
I
it
could
2
be
minutes?
wrong. If anyone knows better, and I'm wrong.
I mean, they could
correct
save
me.
it and just throw themselves at Baron as soon as it spawns, right? Trying to take a fight. If things go poorly, you can get the revive off.
They could, but Baron's not up yet. They could try to.
Right, I'm saying
do
when
the
it
Baron,
does.
but I think it'd be pretty close to being over.
Right, yeah.
150 seconds, so 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. So they still would have it, but it might be in that weird timing where it might expire during the team fight, and then you get the value.
I think it's one you just kind of go ham. Like you go ham just to make sure you don't lose it right before you need it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't want to. I think there is another buff with it. I believe is that the epic monsters are more effective, like for you or something like that. So you are still getting some value if you don't get the revive, but
yeah, for sure. But so far, just been farmed up anyways, so haven't been looking to use it anywhere too aggressively. Kazuto finding Casual and avoids the
fight that Casual's going to win. They are going to try to collapse on. It's going to be a flash off Major Croc, but he does whip the Q, so it is just going to be Casual walking away.
Was a good try. Here they go for the big push mid. Yorick is top, and looks like they're running to that Baron you mentioned, so they might try for that rush to Baron take.
Yep. We'll see
when have
revives expire.
But like a little under a minute left on that revive, I'd want to say.
Something like that, yeah. So it's just really hard for Sunshine even trying to contest.
No vision on them on this Baron, and they are burning it down very quick. They're coming over now, but will they get here in time? Casual is in the area.
It's just falling so quickly. Can Casual get in there and get the steal? He gets the snipe. Oh, Sable gets it. It's going to be a absolute bloodbath coming out for Endless Void. Jinx is getting so many resets. She's attacking so fast. What are you going to do? Nitros goes godlike. And the rest are going to fall right behind.
The ultimate sniped him. The revives did fall off, but none of them died in the team fight, so they didn't need it.
That's exactly what you wanted to happen. So.
Got Baron and a 4-for-0. This game's looking very much Endless Void favored at this point. Was very close, kept close by Stoner's Nation very well, but looks like the team fight comp was serving them well.
Yeah, this Jinx is just doing so much work. I do hate seeing this champ. She's so consistent, though. It only takes one kill, and you can just turn a team fight completely on its head. So that's kind of what felt like happened in some of these. Yep.
Get that mid-inhib tower and looking for their resets. So should be able to push it down for an end after they buy.
Oh, great snipe from Rise of Dusk. This should be a kill on the Kazuto.
Good
Yep,
catch, good
Ian.
catch. Well played by those two to get that pick. Will help them out a little bit with time, but still have a 6K gold deficit to overcome.
Yeah, Rise of Us is on point with the snipes, though. I will say that.
Yeah, man, he's
They're
been killing
definitely
it with
hitting
those Ash shields.
everything. But, yeah, we see Ash still sitting about the same item she was maybe 7-8 minutes ago, which sucks. Not a lot of income coming in. Not able to finish off that third item yet.
Yeah, about an item behind as we look at this gold.
Yeah.
Kazuto also up like 3K at this point, so
Yep.
just those two carries are ridiculously strong right now.
Yep. And Redacted did catch up in the CS a little bit, but yeah, Kazuto's just keeping up and securing a lot of these kills and assists with just the pure madness to this brand bird. So
For sure. We have the Elder Dragon coming up in about a minute. I don't think it's necessarily needed, but would be a helpful buff for EV to try to close out the game. There's the potential for the steal. Zabel's been on point with those smites, so hopefully we'll keep it up if that does become 50-50.
yeah, pre 30-minute Elder is insane. I don't know the last time I've seen that. Oh no,
Really,
nice gonna walk up. There's a good flash out. And they follow up. Nithos is going to start hitting Cop down and does get the Bromstone down. Cop does not be long for this life.
Not excited.
Nithos is legendary. I don't think this is a fight that you want to take. It's a 3v3, but Nithos is excited. Can they run down Casual? Nope. Casual should be able to get away here. It's going to be one kill.
Quick enough. A good death bush forced out those flashes. Cop sacrificing his life to save Rise at Dusk.
Yep.
And
Unfortunately,
now
this
they're
is just
starting up that
can't
Elder Dragon.
get the push down quick enough to make a difference in the side lane either while these objectives are happening. So
Yeah, Tim finally tanky enough with all the assists and kills where he can stand up to boost its punishment. Left the maiden there to just die. A little unfortunate for him. And
whoa, the Jinx did get the kill. There was a chance.
Oh, they're burning.
Redacted is gonna burn?
Oh,
Okay.
so close.
I was waiting for him to just pop.
But with that,
oh no!
That's gonna be a dead Ash.
The road bowling ball. Yep,
he
there
cleanses
goes.
and he still dies to the burn. Tragic.
Actually, I thought the
think
cleanse would cleanse that. Does it not?
It does not do the burn, unfortunately, for them. And get that first inhib mid, 5-man mid, looking for the end here. Gonna be a miracle needed in this team fight for Stoner Nations to keep it from ending.
Yep, it just
gotta engage from Cop.
formality. This point, Boosta just destroys Cosmo. That's a good ult from Cam with a couple knockdowns, and that should seal the deal, and it does.
Nitros ulted and then flashed to follow it with an honor. But take down the Nexus tower is taking down the Nexus itself. Look at how fast Jinx is autoing. GG game number 1 to Endless Void.
Yeah, GG's. Yeah,
ballooned that lead
kind
with
of
a couple good team
almost
fight
rolled that early
victories.
game, and Endless Void just kind of crawled back in, had a couple of good team fights, got gold under their carries, and then it was just the fights got closer and closer, and then eventually they just kind of took over and were able to snowball that Jinx lead. So it was really well for play for them. I'd say all those kills, 13, 2, and 9 on that Jinx. Nobody else even had anything remotely close to those type kills. So
yeah, Jinx pretty scary once she gets excited.
yeah, I would at least consider throwing the ban at that champion because it is rough when she gets ahead.
Yeah, Nitros does have a very big pool, but it could be one they want to focus or maybe go for a more dive-heavy jungler or top laner or something that can kind of take it out.
Fine, but when you have an immobile ADC, when I say immobile, I mean when she's not excited, but she doesn't have any dashes, right? Something like the Zac or something that can consistently CC the back line is going to be really important. So let's see if they can kind of make the adjustments for game 2.
Casual already calling out the double or nothing for the points bet. Still has the belief in the team. Love to see it. And yeah, they were looking really good. Like I said, a couple of slightly better team fights could have been easily a Stoner Nation. And with the 12-0 already, Endless Void. JK, 1-0 going into game number 2.
Yes. Oh my
Guess
goodness.
we got to bet 60K next game.
Tim, right, do you have 60K? That'd be insane.
Tim's a rich boy.
Oh. I realized I was in the presence of royalty here.
Tim's one of the oligarchs in our channel. You know, we gotta fight back against him.
Yeah, we won't eat our cake.
Round a mouthful of cake. Timberland, I think, is going to be not playing in game number 2. Azuma.
Oh yeah, he'll be
should
gone.
Be back.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
subbing
yeah.
for just game number 1. I'm surprised once he was available, Codstone didn't grab Tim. Normally he loves having Tim on his team, but I guess their lineup's been doing well, so you don't want to change up what's working. What kind of draft changes do you want to see from Stoner Nation for game number 2?
Oh boy. I don't think the York needs to be prioed that heavily. I understand Kazuto plays it. If you really need to, you can throw a ban at it. But I hope Redacted has it's something that he can play into it. They pick it early. So putting boost on something a little bit more team focused. I think like I said, these tanks like you said, the Malphite are fantastic just to slot in and make your team fight that much better. And then getting casual on something a bit more proactive.
Right.
I think he thrives in those kind of environments. Aside from his like random shakedown Scion, other than that, he's a great tank jungle player. And I think that the Udyrs just didn't have a lot of options. So, what about you?
I agree. You don't need to focus it as much. I think it was a good idea to just take it away. If the split push had worked out, we would be like, "Oh, that was so brilliant."
It's true. No, you're right. Yep.
But any hyper carry you really don't want to see. You know, Nithros and Kazuto are like the main carries. Nithros is just solid. He's always going to get his farm up and position properly for the late game. So anything you can get away from them that you don't really want to see, and then I think just more priority for casual. The Udyr is good, but you still just have to run at people at the end of the day, and that Jinx was big enough where he kept getting melted before he could do too much in the fights.
Yeah, Udyr definitely thrives in certain types of environments. I think that they were just so short ranged; it was really hard for him to kind of get in there and do anything. So yeah, and also get rid of that Jinx character. I'm tired of seeing it. It's just way too good and inconsistent. So either pick it or get it away. So
totally fair. Do we know if the teams are close to lining up, or if we need a little bit of a break for them?
I've not been invited to the lobby yet, so if you want to flip over to a pause, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll do a quick pause as we get ready for game number 2, and we'll talk to you all shortly.
Heart of a man, we rise. Axes gleam beneath the skies. Thunder roars, the battle cries. We won't fall, we won't disguise. Storm the gates, our hearts ignite. In the fray, we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm, we take our flight. Fight the Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name, we never stall. For Valhalla, we give it all. In the chaos, we prevail. Warriors' hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we set our sail. Fight the Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Our hearts ignite. In the fray we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm we take our flight. Fight the Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For Valhalla in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we set our sail. In the chaos we prevail. Warriors' hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we give it all. For Valhalla, we give it all. We give it all. We give it all. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost.
All right.
Hello.
Back, everybody. Getting ready. Teams aren't quite fully lined up yet, but still just want to get us looking at it and talking about the draft screen. So take it away, casters.
Okay, this is clear. I was like, did they miss a ban? Yeah. Getting excited for game number 2. Have the full lineup once again for Endless Void, so no more Timberland in that top lane, but Juma up there.
Yeah, I call him Aj. I don't know if that's right. You can correct us definitely. How he wants his
Ajuma. I don't know. As long as we get the idea across, I think we're fine.
I can't remember what he played. I believe he was more of a weak side top laner, kind of similar champion to what Tim has. I can't fully remember when we casted him the last time, but yeah, I hope to see boosted on something a little bit more playmaky, kind of stay away from that York. So we'll see if they start to go towards that.
I think the York could still be fine for him if they want him to just split push. He just
Yeah.
I think at a certain point he just would have needed to commit fully to that split.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely got tough once they had too much money, because the Malphite was tanking enough he couldn't really damage him to get to the towers. And he had a lot of those fights early where we were saying, oh, he's everywhere, he's getting these kills, this is great. But once you have that money, your champ's made to hit towers, so you got to go hit those towers.
Right. Yep. I don't know what boosted champ even looks like. If maybe he was only practicing that York just to take away from Kazudo, or if he has some other tricks up his sleeve. To see kind of, so they obviously drafted this lineup intentionally, right? Putting redacted against Kazudo instead of having boosted in that lane. So they definitely have a plan. We'll just have to see what they're going to bring out for this game too.
Sure, he has other champs. Definitely was a takeaway idea for them. So a little bit cheeky. Didn't quite work out. So see what they want to do for this game number 2.
I think Ajuma's one of his top played in this league so far. I think it's Garen top, but he'll play basically any fighter top lane for what I'm saying.
Fighters. Gotcha.
Good. If you like that Garen and boosted knows either Kale or Camille, could be a good time for him to get to play a carry in a hyper counter lane. Not sure if he knows those champs though, but it would be interesting to see him try to be one of them hyper carries. But you never know. Game 2 is where we shine as a team. True. I'm used to those teams as well, casual.
Say casual just woke up like 20 minutes ago, so he's got to wake up a little bit, get his coffee, and then game 2 starts. He's ready.
Plays a whole week till tourney games. That's funny. You're just saving yourself for the playoff. I see how it is.
I mean, we never practiced once casual, and we still won. So you could do it. Oh, bans are coming in.
Oh, here we go. Got that Shaco once again. I got the Cassio coming down. Skarner again for Endless Void. If we get any changes from Stoner Nation, or if they want to keep to the plan and just think they can play better in game number 2.
Yeah, this is where we kind of expect things to get. Yep. Okay, they're going to
York ban, so don't have to worry about trying to first pick it, and don't have to worry about Kazuto playing it. Nivea once again, so same first 3 from Endless Void. Where's my double up partner?
Yeah, I mean, those are a double up TFT grind, so
I
unfortunately,
see.
just went back down to 0 points master. So
And the brand banned away. Definitely did a lot of damage in that first game,
yeah,
so I don't mind the ban. And we see the Amumu come out. That was not banned now.
yeah, I like this adaptation for the bands for Stoner's Nation. It's good.
Got
Oh,
the
they
Braum
are
once
going to take the
again.
Braum.
Was
Yep.
liking that champ for Stoner's Nation and perfectly fine support. Getting themselves
And
a
the
jinx. I
Jinx.
like
Okay.
that change up.
Yep.
So now they get the hyper carry that gets excited.
If you
Just
can't
have
beat
to
them, join them. I like
gotta
it.
get those kills on Ryzik Dusk so that he can be big like Nithris was.
Yep. And I would expect Nythos to have plenty of picks in his pocket to deal with the Jinx, so I'm not too worried. Like I said, the champ just gets a little bit crazy sometimes in some of these team fights.
Going with the
It's,
Kaisa as the answer. Another very good scaler, good at diving, a carry as needed. So excited to see Nithros pilot this champ.
yeah, let's see if they draft a little dive heavy support here for the Kaisa to help get on this Jinx. But Brahm's obviously a great answer to this Kaisa, even though it was picked first.
Grabbing the
Ooh.
Urgot for the top lane. Just
Okay.
going for it.
Sure.
Bet. Although with Kazuto playing like Yorick mid, maybe it's the Urgot mid. Who knows?
True. I wouldn't doubt them to pull something out here. I mean, there are playoff implications here, so they definitely need to win this series. But they are up 1-0. They can do a little bit more cheese if they want to try it.
Be goldfish. See what the answer is here. And grabbing the
They left it
Vladimir,
up.
not letting them ban away Redacted's main champion. So we're going to see what kind of counter Kazuto has to pull out for it.
Okay. Yep, definitely going to be redacted special. He is incredibly good at that champion. That's why he gets banned consistently. So I'm a little surprised that it made it that far through the first round. Both games,
Azuma
but...
is a known good Urgot player. All right, then probably just an early pickup for him. They were looking to leave that counter pick for Kazuto anyways, but now we'll get to counter either way. Got that Malzahar banned away again. Don't want to see the Lilia. Did pretty well for game number 1. And this time we see Mordekaiser and Sion banned away. I believe at least Sion's obviously for casual. Mord's could be jungle, could be top. So a good just overall ban.
Yeah,
One that Urgot doesn't want to deal with.
Correct. Yeah, it just does well in Urgot. It's relatively easy to play too, so it would make sense for
looking for that Malphite once again. Malphite can do pretty well in the Urgot. Urgot can have some kill pressure early, so as long as he's safe, he can avoid that.
Yeah, I really like that pickup.
Kazuto.
Ooh, he's getting spicy.
That is the danger of the Malphite pick. Now you get a Kazuto Silas with an Urgot ult.
Yep.
or Malphite ult.
Oh, and the Vi, man, they have a lot of lockdown potential with this team. So I believe if this gets locked in, it did.
They're basically like a full dive team fight comp right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming this is the Amumu support then. Which is
pickup.
Thank you. Casual was listening to the broadcast. He picked up the Zach. I think this is
very good ganks. It gets to be that tanky boy. Still does ridiculous damage, and I like this pick a lot more than the Udyr. Gonna be able to get on people very quickly and hopefully have a very big impact to help force us to a game number 3. Got the prediction started up once again, so we're gonna have to see those 60k bets come out from Tim and Casual.
Now that Tim's not in the game, you can deviate. We'll see.
He still believes in his boys. I know he's good for it.
Who you liking here?
I really like both teams. I like Star Nation's
not
setup.
The cop-out answer.
I like Star Nation's setup for team fights a lot more. They now have the Malphite
Sure.
and a lot of comfort in that Vladimir. But I think I would have to put my money on Endless Void. They also have a lot of dive. They have Silas, who now gets a Malphite ultimate. And they looked really good in the team fights game 1, and they basically doubled down on it here for game number 2. So I think I'll back Endless Void. But what about you?
I'm kind of concerned with how much scaling Stoner's Nation has. The Vlad and the Jinx just don't come online very quickly. So I think Endless Void has this window, maybe pre 25 minutes, where they can just get a lot done on the map that Stoner's Nation shouldn't be able to do much with, as long as they don't give any kills away for free. So if they can capitalize on that, I think Endless Void's definitely in a good setup to win this game too.
Here are our 60Ks coming out.
Oh
Casual actually
my god.
60K and 80 skulls. So a little bit
Wow.
over. I tossed in my little bit of points towards Endless Void. And
I'm gonna take Stone's Nation here. I think if they can just chill and buy time, like I said, obviously Redacted on this Vlad's gonna be knows how to play with the team fights and all it takes is one kill for Jinx, so and they have plenty of front line to stop everything.
yeah, they've got a really good front line. Redacted's on his main champ, and Jinx, if you get a couple kills, can be that huge carry. So I'm definitely not counting out Stoner Nation. They have a very good chance to bring us to the game number 3.
Definitely. Yep, I really like the Zach pickup a lot more as well. Trying to think, it's just going to be whether or not they can protect Jinx. Vlad's fine by himself, but yeah, like I said, with the Malphite ult from the Silas coming over and the lockdown from the Vi, it's going to be
As
so
long as
difficult.
Braum is just standing in front of Jinx,
Yeah,
trying to defend her to the best of his
just
ability, because there's so
Secret
much dive
Service.
from Endless Void. But there is also a lot of dive from Stoner's Nation, so it's like who can get the better engage off.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's just going to be whoever can kill the carries first.
Right.
But there are more carries from Endless Voice. This could be a harder
Kai'Sa's a little better for dodging stuff on her own with the ultimate and a little bit of invis, so might help him out a little bit. But yeah, these team fights are shaping up to be hectic and fun to watch.
Yep.
And I assume the teams are getting all lined up and drafting in the client, so hopefully we'll get into this game number 2 pretty quick. EV got a little more scrap in them. Stoner Nation doesn't execute their target's going to be a slugfest. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I
The
think
Silas
this could
healing
be...
can do a lot. The Kai'Sa can dodge a lot. Urgot, if he gets big, can be a terrifying team fighter. But then, like, if Zach gets huge, it becomes unkillable and just does so much base damage anyways. Vladimir, if he's big, just heals every, like, 5 seconds with a Q.
Yeah, and say it's just going to take a little bit to get them online to actually be able to do that. So
I think
they just need to keep an even early game, and they can kind of maneuver the mid game a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree with Tim. Where if they can peel for Jinx, then they should win. But peeling for Jinx is pretty tough.
It is.
She will need some kind of tank shred, I would guess, to help get through the people trying to dive her.
Yeah.
Kai'Sa has a little more built-in tank shred, so that might help out Endless Void some. But again, just got to see who can get the items and execute.
Yep, I totally agree. Let's see.
This is the prepare loadout, so we should be loading into the game momentarily.
Oh, we get the delay, don't we? We have the delay.
Oh
yes,
yeah, there's the delay. So, all right, you got 3 minutes. Everyone hit the bathroom if you need to. Grab a snack, get some popcorn, and come back for an exciting game number 2.
Yeah, we're hoping for a game 3 here, so you better stock up.
That's right. Gotta get ready for the silver scrapes, baby.
Really hoping this Amumu doesn't go too crazy either, because I'm watching Amumu from Pro Play. I think it was a couple of years ago. He was like meta, like the Curse of the Sad Bullet Time with Misfortune Amumu combo.
Right.
Boy, I mean that Amumu's would die like 10 times a game, and that was in Pro Play. So hopefully Major Croc has a little bit of practice on this, and he doesn't just throw himself in, because he will just get insta CC by that Braum passive, and it will not be a fun time for him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think as long as you wait for a gank or you just hang out to actually have your level 6, and past that, just kind of peel for the Kai'Sa. But yeah, I agree. If you go a little too ham early, you can feed over a couple kills.
Yeah, he is really...
Stoner Nasons would have banned Silas in the second round, though. That if they knew they wanted Malphite, it could have been a good ban.
Mm-hmm.
But I still like their other bans, so they probably just weren't thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, Cosmo's pool's so deep, he'll play almost anything. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you had to assume that it was a possibility, but what can you do?
Scion.
You only get 5 bans.
Yeah, you could have avoided the Scion ban, but like we've seen Casual do so many like ridiculous things on Scion. I
Yep.
get wanting to ban that.
Yep.
And yeah, like you said, Kazuto's pool so deep you're not specifically thinking of the Silas for him.
Right. I always think of the hyper carries, Rise. He plays a mean Ziggs, like these like late game hard scalers you can just kind of farm
EV
on.
bans. Those were EV bans. You're right. Yeah, because they banned it against casual. God, what did they ban? Oh, it's at the top. It was Lilia and Malzahar. You probably could have
Yes.
ignored the Malzahar unless you're really afraid of it.
No, and Kazuto likes to be more like on the playmakers anyways, or at least like not the Malzahar, he's a playmaker, but he's very one dimensional.
Right.
So
Like Mouse is normally a champ I ban if I think the mid laner on the other team is a little weaker because he's just so simple and easy to farm with.
It's very clear points of like you ult the carry, and it's very simple to execute, and you can kind of replicate that from game to game, so it's easy to pick up.
But they did what they did. Still got to play well to make it work. So we'll see how they do as they get into the actual game itself. If Silas becomes giant, then we'll say, "Ah, man, Tim's right. They should have banned it."
Ooh,
see the skins they got. Got the Prestige Kaisa.
Regifted the movie was hilarious to me because it's just a present head, but it's still Mummy. It's hilarious.
And it goes along with the Santa Braum, so coordinating across the teams.
Interesting.
Got a Project Jinx. I do love that Crab God skin. It's pretty great.
It is. It's cheap too. Like I think it's only like a 975 skin or something, but the splash is like excellent. It's one of the best splashes.
Great splash. Looks good in game. Like only really outdone by like the Kitty Urgot.
Yeah, I do like that. That was one of my favorites. The little noises it makes when he fires off his abilities. It's fun.
Mecha Malphite's a classic.
Yeah, we could have had like Shamrock Malphite. It's that season. I hope Boosted have that skin.
I agree. Give them Mal's and take away the Silas. Yeah, like if you knew you were gonna do it, Silas with a lot of your ultimates is so good. Could have been a good plan, but I'm not sure how planned out the draft was really. A lot of times in game 2, it can be a lot more by the seat of your pants. But here we go, getting to game number 2. Will we see an invade again for the start of this one?
Yeah, I want to see something spicy. Let's get something going.
Something spicy going on. You got that powerful level 1 Vladimir to fight.
You got a zesty dip Zac. You have to do something zesty, you know.
True. Looks like we got a group heading up towards that top lane. Gonna have to watch out for those bushes.
Uh-oh. Boosted might be walking into a raiding party. Oh, good ward down, though. They are going to spot him out. That was a really good ward placement from Boosted.
Yep, well done by him. Knows they're looking for him. We'll stay safe. Well done.
Yeah, that could have easily been a kill. I usually don't waste the ward there, so I'm glad he did and just went back to lane.
Yeah, normally I'm sitting in that bush tabbed out, and when I hear pings on me, I'm like, oh shit.
I'm like looking at skins or sending a message or something. Yeah, I would have been dead for sure. They're going to find me and invade this. They don't have any vision that they're actually here. Just going to get a deep ward down. I'm just going to hang out on the top side for a minute.
Yep, good to get that early vision down in the jungle. Gives you a lot of information about the actual path of the enemy jungler. Since they knew they were all 5 top, I would have liked to see the Mott lane for Stoner's Nation drop a ward. But they do have one on the birds. So
they do, yep.
They got it, so that's not bad.
Now, that's one of the bad things about invading top side is that if you see all 5 on top side, you're kind of free to do whatever you want in the bot side jungle. So it's a good thing they got that ward down on the Raptors. Just have a little bit more vision. They'll know Vi is going to be heading that way here in a few minutes. But it's going to be a 1v1. He can take an early Major Crockett, throwing himself in twice, hits 2 Qs in a row, but the stun's going to get out on the Kaisa. Exhaust and Barrier are going to be used. It's also the Flash. Night throws out of subs.
Yeah, really good engage there. Like I said, Major Crockett's going a little ham early.
I don't know if it's a suicide mission or he knows what he's doing, but he's got plenty of health.
Yeah, he's like, I'm healthy, I can fight him.
The Mummy just wants friends, so I don't know.
Still a level 2 for Stoner Nation's bot lane first, so they got that first level up, but weren't able to jump in immediately for a fight.
Yep. I'd say some pretty big cooldowns for Nitros. I really want to see them try to take advantage of that. Hopefully Casuals is going to start pathing towards the spot side. Maybe try to get a pretty early gank down and get onto this guys early.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, if you can shut down Nitros, it's gonna be way better. We saw how he popped off in game number 1.
Yep.
Nice little trade here from
big
Kazuto.
damage coming over Kazuto, but like Kazuto is there, and Kazuto has no idea. It's a great flash, but he's just going to get CC'd down. And power Q from Vlad is getting charged up, but it takes forever, I guess. Oh, it does get down. Oh my god, it was so close. That was a
really
great
good try
play
from Kazuto, but doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, I was waiting on that empowered Vlad Q, and it felt like it took forever, and he barely got it off to get the heal down.
He was just baiting him out. Good understanding of his health pool, uses both the summoners, but got the kill on the Kazuto for that first blood with the assist from Casual.
Yeah, it was a great roll by Casual. Going to go for that mid lane hover instead of going for his camps like I would have definitely done, so good job by him keeping his mid lane safe.
Yep, and already paying off, like we said. Has a little more engaged potential. And helps get that first kill down. Good job pushing by this Urgot. Should be setting himself up for a recall if he has any gold. Or just sit back and wait for the next minion wave.
Yep. It's going to be 1 kill down. Only 2 more to go for these feats. Should start looking for that. Levi is hovering. Oh, how did that... I swear that went straight through Redacted, but the chains do miss. But there's going to be a lot of damage going to be chased. That was a great pull from Redacted. It's going to be another fight in this mid lane, but Castle is just kind of by himself. He's going to get his passive proc, and I don't think there's anything Redacted can do.
No, I think it's going to be a dead Casual. A lot more early power for the scrapping from Silas and Vi. So, good try there, but end up giving over a kill. Went to the Vi, so... As bad as it could have been.
I didn't time that up a little bit better, I guess. Ooh, Redacted. Once again, big damage coming down. Pool's going to be down for the next couple seconds. See if Kazuto can find a kill window here.
He's going to have to be really careful in that tower, or he could easily get dove. Amumu is in the area.
Yeah, and with Pool down, still going to be a couple more seconds on that. But he does have a ward. So he's going to see Major Crockett hovering.
Yep.
Push him off the menu wave.
Bush, trying to stay safe. Got Casual in the area.
Don't know Casual's there.
Now they do,
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if Casual's going to hang out there and see if they commit to it before he goes up, but he just pushed Major Crockett out and forced him to back.
Mumu's still hanging out. They still want it. Casual's there, though. Trying to dissuade the gank. From Vi still in the area.
This is actually really good for Rise at Dust, though, if they can get a couple more of these minions killed before the wave crashes. Deny some farm from Nitros while the Mumu's making plays.
Yeah, for sure. We see the Urgot got off his early back, got a pickaxe, so has some extra damage. Boost is trying to get his back off to stay safe.
Redact is playing on the edge, but he knows that champion way better than I do, so...
Right.
And this is where Vlad starts to thrive. If you can whittle down your enemy mid laner's mana pool early, you can start actually trading, because obviously you're just using your health as a resource to mana. So that's exactly kind of what he did. He kind of pushed back and allows Casual to take that dragon.
First dragon going, Casual Club. This time Stone Nation gets the drags, and no one on the grubs, so those still up for grabs.
Yeah, it was kind of just like
heading that way.
It was like kind of like a cause and effect where you see a Mumu roaming early before the dragon spawned, but then he got forced to back, which allowed Stone Nation to actually take that dragon. So ended up being a pretty good positive play for them. Casual's going to go in. It's going to be a 2v2 in this Grubs pit. Castle taking a lot of damage, but Sable is just getting beat down. Cosmo here with the ulti, and it's just going to be a disaster. The ulti taken away and boosted. It's just going to fall down next.
And they did get all 3 grubs, so they still got that jungle objective. They got the kills to secure the kills objective.
Yeah, that was a really big fight.
Unfortunate that the rogue Kazuto destroyed that 2v2 that was actually going Casual and boosted play at first.
Yeah, it was going so well for them, but yeah, no one had the read on oh, Kazuto's taking so much damage. Redacted's just going to be running around. Does hit the
heals?
It's going to be so close. Is the minion going to try to kill it? No.
Trying to get the
Q off. The heal, though.
Looks like they both walk away super low.
Oh my god. I didn't think it'd be that close. I really thought Redacted had a caused the dead to rights after how much damage he took, but then he was able to turn it around with the heal from the W.
See, Vi near the mid lane has the ultimate, so might just be able to pop Redacted if he's not careful.
Yeah, if he has pull up, he can cancel it. I don't know if it puts it on a full. It doesn't put it on full cooldown. It might be only like 5-second cooldown or so.
I think that's true.
But it's gonna be a
good
little
little
bit of a
engage here
2v2.
from
Scrap
Cop.
the
They have
ult. This is
the
gonna go down. Mumu having to flash away, but still gets stunned up. Does Rice have the damage? No, he does not.
He didn't have the mana for
Oh,
ult.
not the
Gotta
turn
go.
shots. Oh, he's just out of range. Okay.
You need mana. So low.
I really want to see Casual start pathing down here. If they try to greed for this wave, they can dive this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Looking for that blue buff. Amumu's looking for the back. The ult comes out and it misses.
Hey, it was a good shot. I would have done the same thing. But Nithos now thinks he has a kill threat on the Rise. It does, but I don't know if he does. The ult does come out. And,
one
it's
for
a
one.
trade! Feels bad, but also feels good.
Solo bolo for Rise of Dusk. But a good ultimate using that shield to get the trade from Nithros.
Yeah, once again, knowing champions better than me, because I did not think Kaiser had a chance there. I thought they just go to Shredder.
Boost just hanging out, trying to get his tank items on so he can just soak all the damage.
Yeah, that's pretty good for him that top and jungler
freeze.
AD. He can kind of prioritize that armor early at least until he starts hitting these team fights.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we already saw the power of Silas getting his Malphite ultimate at that Grubs fight.
Yeah, I don't know if Malphite wants to join too many of these fights to allow the Silence to keep taking them. So.
Yeah, I think it's kind of gonna have to though. It's like what Malphite's
100%.
made to do.
Yep.
Good Q from Cop, tagging Nithros, but nothing too much for a follow up. We do have Casual trying to sneak down, see if they can't jump on him from a bush.
Lane ganks are Casual specialty. Did you guys see it? I don't think he did, or they would have already walked away.
They're jumping
He's
in.
going to go in. This is good
Flash.
flash and nice throws, but can they follow up on the Major Crockett? Major Crockett with no flash is going to be a stun down.
Traps
There's just
down.
chompers in his way. He has nowhere to go.
I
and
walk
it's gonna be
into him.
right as it does.
Ooh,
Oh,
flash
the
the other
deflection!
tower.
My God, Casual, that was aggressive.
Zable's
But maybe
getting low.
disable it. Just get the auto. Oh, just out of range.
Barely
Oh,
missed
and
the
all
ult
goes
again.
wide.
A couple of kills Jinx could have gotten would be huge right now.
All she needed was just one of those two, and she could have gotten excited. Probably ran into the other one. She had the health pool to do it.
Vi trying to stay to let Nithros get all these minions. We'll see if they go for any kind of dive. Looks like Kazuto's trying to roam. As Zable will be caught out in that bush.
Oh, it's big damage still.
Got some damage down from the tower, but gets to clear his wave and now gets the back.
Yeah, I think earlier, once again, things you do early in the game kind of have a big impact. Because Major Crockett roamed so early, he's actually only level 5 still. So he did not have that ultimate for that fight, and Cop did. So it was a pretty good fight over from them, recognizing that it was kind of useless until he gets that ult.
For sure. Grub spawn once again. Looks like Silas is walking topways to steal the ultimate.
Yep.
And dragging about the spawn 2. Casual just getting his back off before the objectives. Vi on the dragon. They're looking to rush it down quickly. We'll see if Casual can get here in time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really want Southern Nation to be on this dragon on spawn, because it's going to be really hard to fight Grubs when there's a Malphite and potential Malphite all coming out from Silas. It's kind of hard for him to get if he's on the bot side of the map.
Don't get there in time. Well played by Endless Void to pick that up. Now have 2 of the jungle objectives, and the Grubs are up for the 3rd if they can get them all.
And they did get kill feat too, I believe. So
Yes,
with
yes.
that early fight up on the Grubs, so they are just one jungle camp away from securing those feats.
Help them push out this mid lane. I think they're all just going to roam to those Grubs and try to secure it right now.
It's the correct play.
Looks like Stoner Nations are going to let them have it, but might go for a dive on this Kaisa in the meantime.
I do like
Trying
them
to get a
setting up
steal
for
with
return.
this ultimate from Jinx. See if we
Maybe?
can steal any. Got one. Nice.
Oh, he got one! Wow!
They
What
deny
snipe!
the jungle objective for now.
That's actually really big. Nice.
Now Kaisa's alone getting dove under tower.
Yeah, there's just not much.
They went a little early though.
Nitros. Yeah, unfortunately the Jinx is not there, but I think they should just have the
Got
damage.
stunned.
There's a barrier going down, but not enough for Nitros to survive. It was a good trade on the bottom side of the map for Snow Station.
Yep. Good try for them. Unfortunate Jinx didn't get a part of the kill, but they're getting a lot of plates. Might even get that tower. Good dodge there.
Ooh.
It's a Q.
Oh, it's just
flashed
enough
in.
burst!
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Vlad didn't get the empowered Q down in time. He just got bursted, so...
Well played, Kazuto. I think bot tower will actually fall here.
Yes, and that would be their first feat. They are still 2 jungle objectives away, though, from securing that one.
They need 2, Endless Void need 1.
Yep. But they're still up for grabs with that steal from the Jinx rocket, so...
Yeah, huge rocket. Well played, well played.
Boost is actually doing really well up here. Only down just a handful of minions, so he's going to be pretty effective in these fights. Casual is a little bit too deep. He's going to get locked down, and the passive gets burned. Oh,
should get gifted to Kaisa, picks up the kill. It's good for him. Helps negate that little bit of a dive he had to suffer.
Yeah. And Casual is going for the more damage-oriented first build, sort of like what you do for Udyr. Build the Leandry's first.
Yeah. Ooh, a nice flip there onto a boosted. Gonna get a little bit of the chunk damage. He doesn't yet have his plated steel caps, which I think should have been a rush after the Bomby Cinder. Yeah,
and specifically against Urgot, just a Warden's Mail, which is like that 1,000 gold, I believe,
That's very
is
good.
very effective because it negates flat damage from Urgot's W's shooting.
Right.
So, very effective item just to kind of purchase against Urgot. You gotta sit on it and go into a Frozen Heart or whatever it builds into later. But Steel Cap's also very good.
Yeah, both of those combined. Any champ that's focused on melee are just ridiculous against.
Yes. Yep. And
we got the bot lanes in the mid lane. Got a minute and a half on the Shelly.
Yep, and mid 40 on the dragon. Cosmo's hitting about everything. This is very difficult for Redacted to play. He's
chunk damage is way too high for the Vlad to deal with right now.
Oh,
but he has Casual here trying to help him out.
Here. Casual's taking the Zac ulti. Oh, this is just gonna be dead Cosmo. Oh my god, wait a minute.
Oh,
Zac does get the shutdown.
Would have been nice for Vlad, but you do get the kill. Well played, Casual.
Yeah, Casual didn't have a choice. I think he had to just try to kill before he got killed.
Yeah, for sure. Kazuto playing that very well in what was a 2v1, almost the 3v1 as Braum showed up.
Yeah, the burst is crazy from that character.
I think once Vlad gets a couple items where he doesn't get bursted so hard, it'll be okay, but right now it's pretty tough on him.
Yep, he just needs the health. It's going to be a minute Torch comes down. He's got all of his garage sale items right now, all the haste he can get his hands on.
Got Rift Herald coming up in 20, Dragon coming up in 40, so got 2 objectives that Stoner Nations need, and 1 that Endless Void needs for those upgraded boots.
Yeah, I expect a pretty big fight here, at least one of them. I don't expect them to trade these objectives, knowing that defeats are only one way.
Yeah, for sure. Getting the back off on Malphite, which is good. Mumu jumping in.
Only gets one down. Cop is a good ultimate disengage. Maybe they can run him down.
Dealing damage pretty well right now. Vi trying to come in with
the
Q ultimate.
Oh, it's going to be a great ult from Booster, but the barrier is going to come down to save his life. Sable now is getting caught out. It's going to be a 5v3 in the mid lane, but the TP is coming down. Just going to be every man for himself.
To the tower.
Yeah, Cop, I think, took a couple too many shots. Oh, the ult
barely
wide. I don't know if he was in kill range. It sometimes feels like... Nah, he definitely wasn't.
Kazuto's here, still... Oh, Malphite's not here. Alright, it's gonna look to steal that Malphite ult as they're still trying to fight over this objective.
Yeah, I don't think they have vision on anybody being there, and they don't. Kazuto gets a huge hit on the Jinx. He just on the back line. Yeah, Malphite ult is just gonna be over, but he does get pretty low. Kazuto should fall here. We have 1-for-1 so far, but the EV is not done yet. Casual gets away barely with his life. Redacted able to get the empowered Q down, but he just gets knocked down. Kafka's going to here to see if he can save Boosted's life, but another one falls from Stoner's Nation, and Major Crockett is just flying in. and that should be it.
Got to escape with 2, but since Kazuto did blow up the Jinx, they didn't have that sustained damage to fight afterwards. Well played by Endless Void. It will pick up the dragon and get the upgraded boots.
I don't know how Kazuto fit those chains into Jinx there. It seemed like everyone was blocking perfectly for her. Barely gets slipped in, and then that was just kind of the end of Jinx. Didn't lose his life, but once the carry's done, all right, who's going to do the damage, right?
He got slotted to the side just enough to hit him, and then got gifted the Malphite ult. Once he got peeled, just bolted right back onto the Jinx, and it's just like, what can you do there as the Jinx? You're just stuck.
Poor EDCs, I know. I guess I kind of get it. It's a rough life.
Could be. But still not insurmountable, just a little bit of a speed bump where they're sitting down about 1.5k now. Redacta getting jumped on once again by Kazuto, avoids the chains, but still getting bursted pretty well.
Yeah, there's not much this flag can do at this point. Kazuto's just going to have his way on the map for a little bit. Oz actually having a...
Got Casual coming in
Casual
on
going to
him.
go for that? Oh,
he does avoid it.
Say the control ward, that's 75 gold.
75 gold, plus 75. Count it. Urgot having his way with the bot tower. Malphite on the way to try to save it, but might fall in time. Actually, when you're playing Urgot and hitting towers, you need to toggle your W. A nice engage from Yumubu.
It was a very good engage. Major Crockett going back in, but it's going to be a
will
shutdown.
Still fall. And 2 kills.
Ooh.
Good gank there by Casual Plebs. Might be able to get themselves this mid tower now.
And this is kind of what we wanted last game, but that Udyr really can't do effectively. So, yeah, Casual can kind of just use Vision to his advantage and kind of hop in and make some plays on these mobile laners.
For sure. Good job, I was able to get there and save the tower.
Oh
Redacta
my
getting super
God.
low. Might get dove next time all the cooldowns are up.
Every time it pans to him, he's getting hit by the entire combo. Both sets of E's, the W, the Q's down, and just all of your health. Yeah, he can't even walk up.
He might be dead. Stealing the Vlad ult, but not using it.
Yeah, I don't know if he was in range. Definitely wouldn't have killed, but he does have that for the next fight. Just pretty effective.
Top tower should be falling here for Endless Void. And they're starting up on this Rift Herald for themselves as well. They only have 5 seconds to take it.
Can't the steal on that one. I don't know if they are going to have
Actually,
time.
no, I'm wrong. It goes till 25 minutes now. I'm used to Baron spawning at 20.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yep.
Got the Otacon spawn on the bottom side.
That one is Blood Petals. I can tell by the pictures. So it is a more bloody game this time around. So they're going to be getting the Blood Petals.
Don't quite have the 2 kills per minute like Blitz was asking for, but it's a little more bloody.
A little bit.
It's not even 1 kill per minute.
Not even.
Oh, yeah, duh. Well.
But I mean, if you get to 1, it's basically 2, right? It's only the next number up. We'll see if any of the teams want to prioritize this Otacon. Might just happen after a team fight.
Yeah, it is pretty
difficult
difficult
minutes on
to
the
take
next
early.
dragon as well.
That was a lot of damage.
This time being the Mountain Soul game, so could be very good for Stoner Nation with those 2 big tanky boys. Boosted, getting jumped on by Vi. Casuals in the area coming in.
He
ulted out. That was a bad time to ult out when you had your jungler.
Yeah, honestly, may just be burnt down. The Landry's just doing work. And Casualty does another shutdown of the Zac.
Good job,
Casual is just going to be the main carry, but he is kind of stuck in by himself. Big ult, but Major Crockett, but he just gets hit by the Jinx Rocket to the face. Kazuto is flanking, and the rest of the team's going to show up.
And the 2 will fall, but they should get push on mid and top for this, though the bot tower will fall.
It is
pretty good fight.
Good trade, though.
Until they lost the numbers. Otacon will be started, so those Blood Petals will go the way of Endless Void.
Yeah, I don't think there's any vision down here to know for sure that they're starting this Otacon, but they are just going to try to drop the Rift and use that to delay the looking to see if they actually are doing this Otacon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they should have a pretty good idea. It was right there. They do get the top and mid tower in trade, so they were cross-mapping now. Silas there alone to collect up the petals. Everyone else said, I got better things to do.
I hate that. If you ever play support and your entire team just leaves you, and then you've got like 25 petals to clean up,
They're like, look, you got something to auto-attack.
it's like the
And
next
now-
objective spawns.
Collecting up their last outer tower for themselves. So, good macro play there. They must have a lot of money in their pockets. They're probably going to look for some resets. But Dragon is spawning soon, so they might actually just stay out here and fight for this. Silas's top lane, but has
Oz is
TP.
sitting there. Cop might be in a bad spot, but the entire team is there. It's going to be an ult and boosted onto Kaisa. Can they get the
coming
damage
in.
down to kill? Lots of damage coming down, but the TP is there. Cosmo is hunting. Redacted gets burst. He's burning, but gets
Got
the
the
entire
heal.
team down. He may survive that. That's actually no one following from Stoner's Nation there.
Silas still has the Malphite ult, they gotta be careful. Yeah, they were able to have a pretty good fight. There was no reset on Endless Void side, so they weren't as strong as they could have been. And now
Yeah, they
zoning
definitely
out
do
to get
not
this
group up
dragon
here.
number 2 for themselves.
Cosmo is going to look for sure, but Stoner's Nation will get
You
it down.
can still jump
Rising
on your
Dust, you
rise, gotta
have
be
to
careful.
be-
Oh, he ults
Oh,
out. Okay,
ults
now you
out.
can chase. Get him, get him.
Oh, he flashes,
Oh, the bad
but
flash.
the Braum
No.
is just getting tagged. That should just be a stun. Oh, Bernie's
Kill
on
the
his, but I think
rise.
he's done.
Kill the rise. No. Okay, on the Vlad. We'll still
It's
take
fine. Yeah. It wasn't casual getting it. Even though he does have the most kills. I think a lot of those kills are just like unfortunate team fight. He was the only one left to
Yeah.
come up
I mean,
with
it's
that,
not bad to have some kills on the deck.
No,
It doesn't
not
mean
at
that
all.
unkillable tank, but you still want your carries to be big.
Yep. Actually, that fight looked like a disaster for Stoner's Nation. I don't know how they didn't lose anyone there.
I think just because Endless Void hadn't bought yet. Otherwise, that would have been like a huge fight for Endless Void.
That makes sense.
But
Yep, and
the
they had
objective
to-
timer was on the side of Stoner's Nation and helped him close the gap a little bit in this game, down to below 1,000 gold.
Yep, evens out the dragons too, so no one's on soul point, sitting on soul point yet.
Yep, and I think all the Mountain Dragons helps out Stoner Nation more, so the more of those they can get, the better their chances will become to win.
Yeah, they just need their carries to be tanky enough to withstand the onslaught that
Right.
EV will bring.
Gonna have Baron spawning soon. Don't think it'll be a rush situation this game, but we're gonna want to see if each team can keep it warded up so it's not snuck.
Yeah, I think EV's window's kind of closing a little bit. You can see 2 items going down on both the carries now for Stoner's Nation. He probably gets picked. No, he does not. Yeah, like I say, they really need to get a lot more done early. Their team is they're very aggressive, but if they get outscaled. So it's just whether or not they can kind of keep it up in these next probably 5 minutes will be crucial for them to see if they can
Sure.
lose
Casual
the lead.
Plebs walking into the enemy jungle, not caring about face checking bushes because he's a tanky boy.
Yep.
yeah.
So it's 2.5 items.
Dancing around mid lane a lot. Have our 2 mid laners side laning top lane, and waiting for a fight to break out.
Yeah, Rise of Dusk is farming like a madman too. 225 CS at 25 minutes is pretty good.
We have Zabel flanking, looking to grab an ult, but getting jumped on by Casual Plebs.
Can get this. Oh, that was
Gets
smart by
away.
Kazuto there.
TP
But,
coming
they're
up
just
from
going
Urgot.
in on this Jinx, so they even have the damage to follow up. There's going to be an ult down from Major Crockett.
Oh, he misses it.
They does, yes.
Braum
Everyone's
ult.
just kind of getting
He's
tagged
diving Jinx.
around, but it's going to be the execute onto the Zac. Oz going to need the kill, but the rest of the team is falling. There's going to be a shutdown onto the Jinx. All the carries are dead. Stoner's Nation, you're gone, and it's going to be a 5-0. EV doing what they need to take this Baron.
Really well played by Kazuto. Got the knock-up ultimate from Braum, got on the Jinx, and enabled Nitros to ult into the backline, and they blew up the carry and won the team fight off it. 5-0 and a Baron. Huge
Wow.
play for Endless Void.
Yeah, it looked like Sable was kind of out in no man's land when he got the ult off on the Jinx, but you're right, the follow-up was just there. They were able to burst them down, and then at
Yeah,
that
I
point,
agreed. It seemed like it was a little too far ahead of the play, but they caught up and made it work.
I mean, Sable is 5-0-5. He is not behind at any means on this Vi. He's doing exceptionally well.
Oh yeah, for
Quite
sure.
tanky.
have the health shield plus the free healing from what's under Sky. Item combo is ridiculous on her.
I think he might be going. Is he going underneath spare third? Is that thing of Vi? Is that? Yep, there it is. Wow.
That's the thing now.
It is
it
now.
is pretty good. You get the shields, you get a lot of free shielding from her anyways, so yeah, I get it.
I guess if he is like holding in like he just did in a 1v5, he's gonna get like mega heals from that item too. So it does make sense for sure.
It's
I
not
like
bad.
it. It's a good adaptation. I like it.
Stoner Nation, we protect Jinx. In this fight, we dive Jinx. Basically.
Yep, it is.
But who can do it better? Last time, Endless Void. This time,
Yeah, that was a
who knows?
big lead now. Almost 6K up now for Endless Void. That was a big fight for them.
Yeah, huge swing from basically even 6K. We've got Vlad up to 2 items now, so he is scaling. Got the Jinx on
He's
2.5.
getting there.
Kazuto is looking for the dive once again.
Oh, but Casual's
Trying to
sitting in
steal
the
the right
bush.
ult.
I think they're trying to bait him in there.
Yep, look for the jump, but will not take it. And good disengage as the next mountain dragon spawns in 15 seconds.
Yeah, I definitely think he
He's
just
looking for a dive.
left
Got the
it in, but
Malphite
it's
ult,
just gonna be
jump
the
on the
Malphite
Jinx.
ult. Can they collapse and
Kaisa
take
follows.
this guy down? No, right? That's just gonna be
Ooh.
bursted. There's nothing you can do. Major Crockett with a huge ult without Moo, and the rest of the damage is gonna fall down. Casual is by himself. He's gonna try to make a one last stand as they fall one by one. Stoner's
Casual
Nation.
tried to go in to save him, but gives up his own life. 5 for 0 once again, and that might just be the game. Well played, Endless Void.
I think that's all she wrote.
Should be, I believe, securing 3rd place or maybe 2nd place, depending on how the games go.
Yep. Yeah, they
And
did.
taking down
Excellent.
the Nexus turrets. Taking down the Nexus. Well played. 2-0 Endless Void. GG.
GG. I mean, Stoner's Nation kept both those games so close, and it just felt like it was 1 or 2 fights that just turned the entire game on its head, and they just came out EV favored. They played the team fights well. They knew their objectives, and that game just AKA kill Jinx and objective secured. So
Casual says I got 110 skulls to my name. Hey man, that's what happens when you gamble sometimes. Sometimes you send the house and you lose it. Kid Boo saying fuck this Kazuto kid. Rude. Come on now. But yeah, really well played from them. That time, huge damage from Silas. Kazuto was stealing the right ults and getting on the carry. They were trying to peel for Rise at Dusk, but once you have a Silas and Kaisa on your face, it makes it pretty tough.
yeah, that's an understatement. They had definitely a game plan, and they stuck to it, and it was enough. They just were able to get far enough ahead that they could just burst her down. So
140k go to Timmy. I was able to steal like 8k of that for myself, so thank you, sir. Hey, I'm back up to over 100k points. Let's go.
Ooh, I mean, Tim's got to be.
I think
top 3
Tim
at
has
least, right?
like 200 now, if not more. Tim's a rich boy. And I believe the MVP vote will be coming out soon for Endless Void, so be sure to get in your votes for who you think carried the team the most. They all played it very well. Shout out to Timberland for game number 1, helping them take that first game with the Malphite play. Fantastic game number 2 for Zabel. 0 deaths. Shout out to him for the unkillable Demon King.
Yeah, the itemization just kind of worked. Some of the fights just didn't seem great, but I mean, it made it work.
And Tim was MVP, set up morale, I believe. Tim's pretty good in that way.
Yes. Oh.
Major Crockett already with 5 votes. They feel the Major Crockett got that support online, keeping Nitros alive in the lane.
I think that was coordinated.
Helping set up all those ganks. He's a beast. Got a vote for the top laners duo and 1 for Nitros. Yeah, I think you send it anywhere. They all played really well, so dealer's choice really for this week.
Right, MVP.
Major Crockett, come on, Lamau. Kid Boo out here hating. Even Tim saying Crockett MVP easy. There you go. You gotta give it to Crockett. They're calling him out.
Looks like that's how it's gonna fall.
And with the end of all the games tonight, we should have the lock-in seating. Maybe there'll be a Seer episode to look at the seating, but who knows really?
Should be starting next week, right? Is there a week off?
There is a week off generally. I believe that is still true. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Blitz.
Yep, should be a week off.
Week off. Right on
Week off for everyone to scat out their opponent, get ready to make their way through the playoffs, and try to take that victory for the entire season. Major cocktail rocket.
Looks like he's going to take the MVP. Unless something changes the last second.
When he gets the MVP, congratulations, Major Crockett. IDK, how we in first place? He didn't win enough games. We should have done better. Obviously. Come on, Kazuto.
Yeah.
It's not
There's
that
a
hard of a
direct
concept.
correlation.
If you lose
Games win.
games, you become not first. Unga bunga. No. But did you guys only lose in the first couple of weeks? You've been scaling really hard, looking good for the playoffs. And really, you should be happy you're not first place, because remember what happened last time you had a team and you were first place. Just saying.
I feel like first place always gets wrecked in the first round or second round. So.
I think it happened every time except for this last
That
season.
was his response. Yikes, bro.
Yep.
What up?
Admin abuse. Fired me.
What's
That's
going
fine.
on here?
Yeah.
Where's Major Crockett?
Major
We
Crockett's
wanted
not here?
him.
He said he's disappearing because he got voted in.
What?
Oh man. Well,
Wow.
congratulations on the victory, Kazuto. How were the games?
I mean, no flame, just kind of easy. Just cruise through. Didn't really feel like we were in danger in either game.
No flame proceeds to flame.
Put the caveat in there.
Only lost week 1. Snatch him, snatch him.
How deep of a run are
Kid
you going to
Boo?
make?
I don't think. Do you mean that you beat them, Kid Boo, but you guys were definitely not cheating? Huh? Do you
Week 1 was
have
Los Tomatas and Endless Void.
Do you have any ideas who you'll be going up against, or preferences who you'll be up against, Kazuto, for the playoffs?
I have no idea because I mean I don't know what the seedings even look like or the standings. So, but I mean
Well,
maybe
I
it
think we
might be
could
fun
potentially
to
pull it up if
knock
Blitzkrieg wants
Los
to. There
Tomatas
is.
out round 1. Get some revenge.
Well, I think with this, you can't go up against them because you're at least 3 or 2. So you're probably up against Lupitas or Zenith, maybe HYG. Maybe Stoner again, depending on where they end up too.
True.
How did it feel having your precious York stolen away from you game 1?
I never in a million years thought that York first pick prio pick was gonna be my reality, but they went for it. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I like the idea. Didn't work out for them, but they were cooking, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, congrats on getting to have Tim sub in and set up your team for such great heights. And best of luck in the playoffs. You got any more questions, But
No, good luck in playoffs. Say use that week off to definitely get all the practice in for sure. And hopefully you guys make a good run.
Thank you. And let me just shout out my top laner Ajuma because he's just the GOAT, best player on the team. He's the glue that holds us together. We're nothing without Ajuma.
Except for game 1 when it was 10.
True. He said, didn't EV only lose once? Nothing on the screen is legally binding, so the final things will come out when they come out. This is just a snapshot. But yeah, best of luck. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be off next week, so be ready in 2 weeks for the start of playoffs, and have a good night.
See ya.